Hey, good evening, and thanks for being with us tonight at 10. We want to get right to breaking news. One police officer was shot tonight in Muscatine, and the shooter is still on the run. Right now, police are searching for a man who shot an officer near Grandview Avenue. Chief Anthony Keyes tells News 8 Mark Lee Jackson is at large. That's where we find Maddie Franz, who's live in Muscatine right now, where residents are being told to stay inside and lock their doors. Maddie, what can you tell us?
Hey Harrison, this is about as close as we're able to get to where those shots were fired just a few hours ago. Since then, we've been seeing police with canines, armored vehicles, night vision goggles, all canvassing the area. We've also watched cars come one by one as police clear them from that shelter-in-place order. Now, if you look way down the street, those flashing lights is where the Rose Bowl bowling alley and home base sports bar are. That's where those shots were fired. Now, this all started around 5:30 with a car chase. Keyes says Mark Lee Jackson then fled on foot behind the bowling alley. He went and he fired shots and he hit an officer. Keyes says that officer is in stable condition, but right now we don't know the details of his injuries. Since then, this part of town has been under a shelter-in-place order. Keyes asks people to stay inside and lock their doors while police try and find Jackson. Now, in the meantime, I've talked to the owners and some employees at Major Ink Tattoo right here. They're just a few blocks away from where this all happened. And right across the street from them is where police officers, sheriff's deputies, and state police have created their home base. They've also got what looks like a mobile command set up right now. And the shop owner stayed behind for a couple hours because police were borrowing his electricity to charge their drones to continue this search. Now, again, Mark Lee Jackson is at large. He is suspected of shooting a police officer, and the south end of town is asked to shelter in place. If you have any information about where Jackson might be, you're asked to call 911. Harrison will be sticking around until the end of the show and check in with you then, but for now, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks, Maddie. And we'll continue following this story, and we'll update viewers at home as we learn more.